Hey guys, welcome back to the UniVic build. This is episode 12. Wanted to do a quick little shot of back here. I had a couple of people asking on a couple of the Facebook pages about the pie cut, and you can see my real fancy exhaust holder I made just to keep that in place for right now and tucked up out of the way. But anyway, on the frame, of course, the back of the Crown Vic angles upward. So to get the truck to be able to sit down as low as I wanted it, and a lot of others want it that low, had to do a pie cut, or that's what I felt was the best way. I think Scrap to Art had done his that way, Stacy on his truck. So of course I got me a level, put it up on the frame just about an inch and a half or so behind the frame mount, and I cut a line on both sides, once I scribed it as it was level and scribed that, and then took the cutting wheel and went up through there almost to the top of the frame, about where it starts to curve over is kind of where I ended, and then it rounds on up on both sides. And then slowly would trim off on the side going toward the back. I would trim off and try to keep it even. And then I would take a big pipe, shove in the back of the frame, press down, and lay the level on top of that. Sorry for the noise. Lay the level up on top of the frame and keep doing it just a little at a time and smoothing it up until I had it level. And, once I press that together, now that's level. I've still got to grind that down, weld that, and I'm going to put a plate on each side and weld that to reinforce it and give it a bunch of strength. And then I have got a hitch that I've just got setting up here in place to see how that's going to look. It looks real good when the truck's sitting down, and it's in a great place. So that's going to work out good. But anyway, I'm going to pause the video for now, and I'm working on dropping the truck back down, but I wanted to show that pie cut area before we drop it down. All right, with the pie cut, and I've got the hitch sitting on there just to line everything up. There's where I'm sitting on the rim. I'll get a little closer there. And pretty close. I've still got around that ridge behind the rear fender well where it hits the frame back there. I can still trim that out a little bit and get about another inch lower. So I'm probably going to do that and get it, down as low as I can get it comfortably. I'll show you, like I said, I've just got the hitch lined up. It's probably too dark. Let me try to bring my light over here. Sorry about that. My garage has terrible lighting, as I'm sure most people's garages do. So let me hit the light on here. Sorry for the poor camera work. There is the hitch. And what I'm planning on doing, Jessica, can you hold that light right there? Yep. You got it? Yep. Okay. I am going to take a little, like a plastic hitch plug, like one of the ones, you put a sports team or Ford Racing or whatever. I've got one of those, and I have took the piece off of it. I'm going to end up taking my tag, and I've just got a generic tag here right now, but I'm going to put my tag on that receiver plug and toss it in there to where it'll be plugged into the receiver, and I'm going to, when I need to tow something, I can pull the tag out, and that way I don't have to fab any kind of, swing away tag or anything like that, or do anything crazy. I can just slide the tag into the hitch receiver, and then when I want to tow something, I can pull it out and toss it in the bed or in the cab, and then put my receiver hitch in. We'll head back around here. I'll pass the phone off to my son, let him finish the video off here. Sorry for the shaky camera work there, but I'll take my junk off here. Been finishing every video that I've been doing lately. The lighting good? Mm-hmm. Okay. Perfect. With a Bible verse, I'm going to do that again, and I'm going to use Deuteronomy 31:8, and I hope I can get this right. The Lord himself, it's he who goes before you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. So, in the time we're in right now, I know I've been saying that a lot lately, but, a lot of you guys, some of you may be out of work. Some of you may have some concerns, but I'm just praying and believing that God's going to help us all through this. This didn't take him by surprise. It might have took some of us by surprise, but, he knew what was happening, and he's in control of it. And I just pray that each one of you watching this, God will provide all you need financially, bless your family, and keep you on track. And this won't harm you in any way at all. Just a little speed bump or road bump along the way, and everything will get back to normal. One other thing I want to share, and I'm tremendously blessed, in my opinion. I don't have a huge savings account. I don't have a bunch of money and all that stuff. But all my needs are met. I've got a house, I've got clothing, I've got food on my table every day. I actually work at a food pantry, which truly helps me to see how blessed I am, because I see so many who are not, that we're able to help through the job I work. But you know, I used to ride motorcycles, and that was a big passion of mine. And then my best friend actually lost his life in a motorcycle wreck last year. And just the way things worked out, while his wife was working on the insurance settlement, I ended up having to keep his bike stored at my house, the totaled bike that he, you know, passed away on, here at my house. So just the desire to ride went away, and I ended up selling my motorcycle. But anyway, long story short, he's one of those guys, me and him, you know, we could go 2 or 3 months sometimes. We didn't normally go that long, but if we did, if we called each other or sent each other a message, it's like we'd never skipped a beat. And, you know, I was closer to him than I was my actual true blood brother, my family brother. Talked to him a whole lot more and spent more time with him than I do my own family for the most part. And so what I'm wanting to say is, me and him had probably been 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a little bit longer than that, when I had talked to him last year before this happened. And it was like a Wednesday at lunchtime at my work when I thought of him. And I like to send messages to people on Facebook, because it pops the little thing up when they've seen it. If you send a text, you don't know if they've seen it or not. So I can tell if they've seen it, and that way they, you know, I'll know when they respond or whatever, or that they should respond. But anyway, he, just for whatever reason, God put him on my heart, or he just came to my mind, and I reached out to him, sent him a message. And Friday evening is when he passed away. And he was one of those guys. I mean, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'6", 275 pounds. Used to ride a motorcycle. You know, if you watched all of my videos, I had a pretty big beard when these started, and I've trimmed that off. But you know, I'm a pretty big guy, pretty intimidating guy. And he was shaved head, big beard, probably 350 pounds, tattooed up, just a bad looking dude. But man, he was a teddy bear. Me and him, just the nature of how we were, is we finished every time we talked, one of us would say, "Love your brother," or "Love your man," and the other one would. And I was able to message him, and we messaged back and forth about 6 times. And, you know, I said, "Love you, brother." He said, "Love you, brother. I can't wait to ride with you soon." And I said, "Me too, man. I'm looking forward to it." And, you know, 2 days later, he was gone. And I'm so thankful. If I hadn't reached out on that Wednesday when that came to me and called or messaged him and spent that time, man, how much regret I would have now, knowing that I didn't do that. So if you're out there and somebody, while you're watching this, a friend you've not talked to in a while, maybe it's a brother or sister you've not talked to, mom or a dad, if you've had some kind of family issue in the past, you know, right now there's a lot of separation. Government and, you know, the different, you know, politicians and things are making us stay separated right now. But if there's somebody that you've had a separation from for a while, that you just somehow they get put on your mind while you're listening to this, reach out to them, call them, text them, send them a Facebook message, in some way reach out and try to touch base with them. And I just pray that somebody's relationship will be restored through this, or God forbid, if somebody was to pass away, you know, in the near future, at least you've reached out to them and you won't have that regret years down the line that you didn't. So I'm going to end it on that. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video, and you know, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll try to continue to do things and show you things that will help you along on yours. If I can do this, anybody can. And I just want to encourage you, if you have the funds and ability to go get one of these old trucks and an old Crown Vic police car, I recommend you do it. It's an awesome time, and I'm doing a lot of work with my family. So until next time, be blessed.